What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome back to another episode in my path to power. Before we get into the episode, and with all the cards selling on the screen, if you guys are looking to purchase some MSP or PSN cards, make sure to check out thegamekeys.co.uk, or if FIFA coins are more your flavor, check out justfifacoins.com. They have instant delivery. You can use the code Japes to get yourself a 5% discount. And a little bit of cleanup to the squad, a little bit of contract action. We're still in good fitness, and to be honest, this is going to be kind of a weird episode of Path to Power because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and kind of review every player in this squad, give you my thoughts. This is not something that I usually do, but it's going to be kind of a squad reviewer, and you guys will have to let me know in the comments section down below if you kind of like this sort of thing from time to time when I get a new squad, or if you'd prefer me kind of go about more along with the gameplay like I normally would. So we'll start up front. Stefan Jovetic. I've talked about him in previous episodes, but he is a very, very good player. He's not a great player, though. If you are looking for a great player to have as a substitute, or a great player to have as a squad rotational striker, or if you're building kind of more of a budget team, which essentially this is what this squad is, I would recommend him in that case. He's able to create, he's able to provide, he's able to finish, he's strong, he's fast enough. He's not going to have your Remy pace like you're going to see coming up here, but he is fast enough to get the job done. And with the way defending kind of is on this game, if your defender takes a wrong step, he's going to be able to get on by him. And he does have some nice, the 4-star skills. I think it's 4-star weak foot as well. That's a terrible pass on the inside, and that takes away from my squad review because watching that back, and that's a fantastic finish from Danny Welbeck. But that, all right, back to the topic here. So Arnautovic, my left forward. He is much more suited to a left winger or left forward than he is to a left midfielder. He's got more striker stats, if you will. He's 6'4". He's a big guy, but the way I tend to like to play this formation, I like left forwards and right forwards that are more providers for my striker than out and out goal scorers. And Arnautovic kind of drifts in and out of games and ends up in spots that aren't really supporting positions for Jovetic. So I'm kind of a little disappointed. I was hoping for something a little bit more. And he's an okay budget option. To be honest, I was expecting better, and all in all, not a player that I'll probably pick up and use again. You can score nice goals with him, and he does have 4-star skills, and he's a big guy, so you can definitely do some things. But all in all, not my favorite player. And the reason I'm kind of going through this squad as well is because I don't really enjoy playing with it. And that's kind of one of those weird things with FIFA that it's kind of hard to explain why sometimes. But if you're not having fun with the squad, just change it up, switch it up. And I think some of it's to do with I don't really get excited about any player in this squad. I think that's the main problem with it. And that's just no fun. Aiden McGeady, another player that I was a little bit let down by. He goes in and out of games really, really easily. He's got he can do the spectacular without question. He can turn up in good spots, but for the most part, I found that he just kind of drifted around, did his own thing over on the right, and if you really wanted to get the most out of him, you would have to really force the ball his direction. And that's not something that I like doing, is forcing my style, forcing my game, unless it's to a player like Messi or, your elite striker or forward that, if you get it to him, you're going to be able to turn and run at defenses. Aiden McGeady, while he does have the pace, not a player that I was overly impressed by. Going through the midfield, though, the one player that I was pretty impressed by, and I will look to use possibly for teams in the future, and hopefully he'll manage to pick up an inform card and be one of the best holding midfielders in the BPL. Alex Song is undeniably probably my favorite player that I've used on this side. He is generally in a very, very good position. And you can see he gets it right here. He's going to knock one into the back of the net with his weaker left foot, but he ends up in really good positions. He breaks up play well. He's strong enough. He's fast enough. His passing is good enough. His dribbling is good enough. and he comes highly, highly recommended. And he costs something like 350 coins, 400 coins, next to nothing. Peanuts, pennies. So you can pick him up, throw him on the bench, and rotate him in whenever you need a holding midfielder. The other two center mids, Dembele and Herrera. Herrera is a guy that, honestly, I didn't even notice him in my squad. Not maybe, but more than one time. And that's pretty disappointing. Generally, I like seeing my center mid's name pop up a little bit more because of the way I like to kind of hold possession. Working from one side to the other. He, however, was just lost the whole game. Not a player that I liked whatsoever. Dembele, a little bit better, but kind of the same sort of thing. He did get forward nicely a few times and provided a few nice assists. He's another player that if you need a decent skilled player to kind of substitute in or rotate in, then maybe have a look at him. But for the most part, just another player that I wasn't overly impressed with. Now, defensively, Rafael, I think, is a very good option. Same thing with Kieran Gibbs. I think they're both solid outside back options for the BPL. I'd recommend having them in your club for the times when you feel like making a BPL squad and you don't feel like going out and shopping around. They're both non-rares, so they're both quite common. You can pick them up for, I think I paid about 1,000 coins average for the two of them, or 1,000 coin each average, something along those lines. But I would definitely recommend those two, even though Rafael sometimes tends to get a little too far forward and can get caught out of position. Kieran Gibbs, I think he's got 80 defending or close 79 defending maybe, and it definitely shows. The two center backs, Anua and Kyrgios, I don't know if pairing them together is the best option because they can both be a bit debatable on their positioning from time to time, but they're pacey, they're decent tacklers, and when it comes down to it, if you're struggling with people that are playing over-the-top through ball against you, or playing through balls in general, or playing against super pace teams, your Barbos, your Musas, your Doombias, your Emenikes. If you're struggling against those guys, then these two are definitely options for you to consider. And keeper, Mignolet, very, very good. I would definitely recommend him. But that's kind of going to be the review. I talked through him. It was pretty calm. It was pretty relaxed. I just wanted to get through it and kind of get this episode out for you guys so you would understand why when you see the next episode, I'm going to have a completely different squad most likely. So be sure to leave, if there's a player that you'd like to see me use, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below and I will do my best to check it out. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, like a thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.